Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital Spoilers Weekly Promo. Carly on the spot. General Hospital Spoilers' new weekly promo sees Carly Corinthos Spencer in a difficult situation that will put her at odds with her loved ones. Meanwhile, a legacy character returns to the ABC soap opera in a shocking way. General Hospital Spoilers. Carly Corinthos Spencer steps up. The GH Spoilers promo shows Carly Corinthos Spencer stunned by Sonny Corinthos. This week, they're still at the Quartermaine mansion during a storm. Sonny has just killed FBI agent Cates and needs to cover his tracks. He heads back to the main house to find Carly and says he needs her help. They go somewhere to talk and he says if anyone asks, they've been together for the last half an hour. Of course, she demands to know why on General Hospital. No doubt, he will tell her that he eliminated Cates and he wants her to be his alibi. Later, they go over strategies, so most likely, Carly will lie for him. After all, she has been doing it for decades on the ABC Sudzer. She will always remain loyal to Sonny and protect him because they share children. However, it could come back to bite her this time. Michael Corinthos goes off on GH. While Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, strategizes with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, their son, Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, is furious. It is still uncertain if it's his father who he lashes out at. However, he is outside in the rain when he angrily tells someone, "I don't want to hear it." Also, on General Hospital, Detective Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, gathers everyone at the Q Mansion. He tells them that there's been a shooting. Furthermore, he needs to question everyone who is there. Then, PCPD Commissioner Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, arrives with officers and CSI. Michael is overheard telling someone Agent John Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, is dead, and Anna announces he's been shot. Of course, Sonny will be the prime suspect because he's a mob boss. But mostly, because of his volatile history and ongoing feud with Cates. When the cops get there, Carly looks nervous. Also, Sonny's other ex-wife, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watt-Rose, is there and looks suspicious of him on General Hospital. Meanwhile, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine, Amanda Seton, is beside herself. And Michael will surely know his father is behind Cates' death. So, their short reconciliation could be ruined and they may be at war again. Holly stuns Lucky on General Hospital. Elsewhere on GH, Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, is still playing poker with Sidwell, Carlo Rota, trying to stay alive. Then, he gets a shock when Holly Sutton, Emma Sams, walks in and says, "Hello, darling." Chances are, she's speaking to Sidwell. At first, it seemed she might be a prisoner along with Lucky. But now, it looks more likely that she's in cahoots with Sidwell on General Hospital. Perhaps, so she can help Lucky escape his clutches. No doubt, she will want to help him unless we are in for a real twist and she turns on him. GH Weekly Spoilers promise compelling drama and intrigue this week. Don't miss a minute to see if Carly Corinthos Spencer comes through for Sonny on the ABC Suds Fest. Port Charles is about to explode with tension, and the new General Hospital Weekly promo teases that Carly Corinthos, Laura Wright, will finally find herself cornered. Emotionally, legally, and maybe even morally. 4 years, Carly's been the queen of control, spinning chaos into survival and managing every storm that's come her way. But this week, the walls are closing in, and for once, there's nowhere left to hide. From the moment the promo opens, the energy is electric. Carly's voiceover says, "You can only outrun the truth for so long." Those words echo like a warning, to herself, to Sonny, and maybe even to Jason. Because in the aftermath of Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, shooting and the widening FBI investigation, Carly's name is starting to circle the drain. The FBI comes knocking. Carly's Cafe, Kelly's, has always been her safe haven, the one place where she's not Mrs. Corinthos, not Sonny's ex, not Jason's right hand. But this week, that comfort is shattered when the FBI comes calling. Agents swarm the diner mid-morning, asking questions about Sonny's business and potential connections to the latest Port Charles violence. Carly stands tall, her trademark icy glare fixed on the lead agent. "You think you can walk in here and intimidate me? I've dealt with worse than you before breakfast." But her bravado cracks when they mention Ridgeway Finance, a shell company that might tie back to a Corinthos account, and her own signature. Carly freezes. Her mind flashes back to the paperwork she rushed through months ago to help Jason cover tracks after Jagger's botched operation. She thought it was harmless, routine, but now, it's evidence. Inside, she's spiraling. Outside, she's steel. This is vintage Carly, defiant even as the ground gives way beneath her. Jason's warning. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is already a man under pressure. Between trying to keep Sonny, Maurice Bernard, from self-destructing and handling Dex's loyalty issues, the last thing he needs is Carly being dragged into the investigation. When Jason gets word that the FBI questioned her, he rushes to Kelly's. The moment he sees her, arms crossed, fire in her eyes, he knows she's already planning her next move. "Carly," he says quietly, "you need to stay out of this. You know that's not happening. They came after me in my own place. Jason. I won't let them think I'm scared." Jason's jaw tightens. "You should be scared. They're building a case. And if they can't nail Sonny, they'll come after anyone tied to him." Their conversation turns intense, the kind of quiet, close-up confrontation fans live for. There's that charged history, the loyalty, the love that never quite died. But beneath it all, there's a growing dread. For once, Jason's not sure he can protect her. Sonny's suspicion grows. While Carly's playing defense, Sonny is losing control of his empire. He's suspicious of everyone, including Carly. The promo shows a brief but powerful scene. Sonny standing in his penthouse, staring out the window with a drink in hand, muttering, "Somebody talked." He remembers the way Carly looked at him after Jagger's shooting, the worry, the questions. Could she have said something to the feds to protect Jason? When Sonny corners her at Kelly's later in the week, the exchange is explosive. "You think I'd ever betray you?" Carly snaps. Sonny's eyes are cold. "I think people do crazy things when they're scared." Their relationship has always been built on a blend of passion and power, but now it's cracking under the weight of secrets. Fans can feel it, the slow implosion of the Corinthos legacy. Nina's perfect storm. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrose, smells blood in the water. With Carly under federal scrutiny and Sonny's world unraveling, Nina seizes the opportunity to remind everyone just how messy Carly really is. In the promo, Nina's seen chatting with Ava Jerome, Maura West, at the Metro Court, a smirk playing at the corner of her mouth. Looks like karma's finally catching up to Carly. But Ava, ever the wild card, warns her, "Be careful what you celebrate, Nina. Carly's not the type to go down quietly. If she's cornered, she'll take someone with her." And she's right, because Carly on the spot is dangerous. She fights with her back against the wall. Michael and Willow get pulled in. Of course, when Carly's in trouble, the ripple effect hits her whole family. Michael, Chad Duell, gets word that Carly's finances are being examined, and he immediately fears the worst. He's torn. Should he protect his mother, or distance himself to keep his own family safe? Willow, Caitlin McMullen, urges him to breathe, reminding him that Carly survived worse. But there's fear in her voice too, because she knows that if Carly's dragged into a criminal mess, Michael will follow her straight into it. Their quiet scenes are emotional counterpoints to the chaos, showing that even in Port Charles, love can't always shield you from fallout. Diane and Alexis strategize. Carly finally turns to Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, her longtime legal eagle, who's as sharp as ever. Diane tells her flat out, "Carly, you need to sit down and say nothing. Not one more sassy quip. Not one more grandstand. They're baiting you." Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, now working on the media side, wants to publish an exposé about the FBI's overreach in Port Charles. But Diane warns her that doing so could blow back on Carly. The two powerhouse women spar in true GH fashion. Wit, intellect, and fire. "Maybe it's time someone put the Bureau on trial," Alexis says. Diane counters, "Maybe it's time you remember who's actually on trial." It's the kind of dialogue that reminds fans why the veteran women of GH still own every scene they're in. The final frame. Carly faces the music. The promo closes on a haunting image. Carly being summoned to the FBI field office. The camera lingers on her face. Calm, composed, but you can see the pulse at her temple. Agent Kate's replacement, a cool, calculating woman named Agent Monroe, greets her with a file in hand. "Mrs. Spencer," she says, using Carly's legal name with a smirk, We just have a few questions. Carly's lips curve into that defiant smile fans know so well. Then let's get this over with. The music swells, and the GH logo flashes across the screen with the tagline. When the Queen's cornered, she doesn't surrender, she strikes. What's next? This week's General Hospital is set to be a masterclass in tension, loyalty, and consequences. Carly's on the spot, and that means everyone around her is too. Will Jason take the fall to save her? Will Sonny turn on her out of paranoia? Or will Carly find a way, once again, to turn her biggest threat into her next victory? Whatever happens, one thing's certain. In Port Charles, the truth never stays buried for long, and when it rises, it takes no prisoners.